To explain to you that ADSL comes in has two components associated with it. First and foremost, there's the line rental. And at this moment in time, that comes from Telkom. So depending on the speed that you wish your ADSL to be running at, that comes in a multitude of different flavors from 384K, 512, 1 meg, up to 4 meg. You decide on what you require and you can get that from Telkom. The second component is your capacity, and that you can get from us at Vox Telepreneur. So what is ADSL? ADSL is a permanent online connection that allows you to keep in touch with email, visit websites, and where necessary, be connected to your company's business. Our packages start at 1 gigabyte capacity per month and can go up to whatever you choose. And this is what's unique about Vox. We'll explain to you in the website demonstration of how you can utilize this, but in simplistic terms, you can select how much capacity you're wanting to use per month. If you select 5, but you only use 3, you're only paying for that 3, unlike other service providers where you will pay for that 5 regardless. But like most things, ADSL comes in a number of different flavors. The first flavor of which is what we call our ADSL Bronze. What Bronze is, it allows you only to surf or negotiate on local bandwidth. In other words, for servers that are inside the boundaries of South Africa. It is relatively cheap, has a once-off connection fee of 50 Rand, thereafter 25 Rand per month for the first gig, and after that 20 Rand per gig. The second flavor is what we call our ADSL Gold. Gold, as the name implies, a little bit better than Bronze, allows you international bandwidth, but is shaped. What do I mean by shaped? All ADSL lines go through a Telkom exchange, and they're able to throttle the amount of capacity that's going through there if they have too many subscribers. So by shaped, it is the most common and is normally ideal for the home market. The setup fee is once again a once-off fee of 50 Rand and 76 Rand per month for the first gig and 60 Rand per gig thereafter. The third and final offering we have is what we call our ADSL Platinum. ADSL Platinum, as the name implies, is designed for those serious internet users who are wanting to download a lot of content, whether it be video, music, etc., and are looking to get a very fast throughput. Unshaped, as the name implies once again, not throttled by Telkom, and you get the speeds that you actually pay for. The ADSL Platinum has a 100 Rand setup fee and costs 130 Rand per month for the first gig. Thereafter, it costs 115 Rand per gig. So how much do you, the dealer, earn on the sale of an ADSL subscription? If we look at the bottom end of the range on the Bronze, and if you're at the lowest end of the commission scale, that is 24%, you'd be earning 1 Rand 32 on the first gig. Thereafter, on subsequent gigs, you'd be earning 1 Rand 5. However, if we look at the top end of the scale, if you're on 43% and you're selling the Platinum 1 gig option, on the first gig, you'd be earning 8 Rand 83 and 3 Rand 47 per subsequent gig thereafter. The next product we're going to discuss is our flagship product, the Vox ADSL phone. So what is the Vox ADSL phone? As the name implies, it's a phone. But more than that, it is also a full-blown ADSL router. If you, the dealer, consider anybody who's got ADSL typically has got to have a router to enable it to work. And out in the marketplace, a lot of people are doing clever things by saying, sign on board and we'll give you a free one of these if you sign a 2-year contract. At the moment, with the way the telecommunication industry is in South Africa, prices are coming down, so why anybody would want to be caught with a 2-year contract is beyond me. If you had to go out and buy a router for yourself, you'd be paying in the region of 800 to 900 Rand on a once-off fee. The Vox ADSL phone comes, as I say, with an ADSL router, and the value of this whole package costs us about 2,000 Rand to land in the country. We realized that the barrier to entry would be too high if we had to try and sell it for that price. So what we are offering the customer is this wonderful device for a once-off fee of 300 Rand and thereafter 49 Rand per month. Hopefully you can see from this that we're not making any money out of the sale of the phone to the consumer. With that 49 Rand per month, what the customer gets included in that is their 087 unique number. And understand that this is portable, so if you suddenly move from suburb to suburb, you don't have to change your telephone number. Or even if you move from city, from Joburg to Cape Town, that number can stay with you for life. So you get that included with the unit. Also, you get full itemized billing. At any stage, you can go onto the website, put in your details, and have a look what your bill actually is real-time live. Within 1 minute, you'll be able to see whatever calls you've made appearing on your statement. And that's quite a powerful tool, especially if you're wanting to manage your costs. Over and above that, we have caller line identification, call waiting, call forwarding, call divert, and all the normal features you come to expect from telephony today. Apart from just having one handset with the ADSL phone, we're able to offer you up to 4 additional handsets that can sync into the same unit. This means that 5 people could actually have a phone which they would be able to call out on. Not all simultaneously, as we only allow 2 simultaneous calls with the ADSL phone over the VoIP line. That could be 1 in, 1 out, or 2 out and 2 in depending. So what are the savings that the customer actually realizes using the Vox ADSL phone? If we have a look at the table, you'll notice that the current rates that you're paying with an existing landline are 39 cents for a local call, 65 cents for a national call, R1.89 for a cellular, and depending on the international destination that you're dialing, but for example the UK, you'd be paying 90 cents. With Vox, we cannot distinguish between a local or a national call. So we have one rate, and that rate is 39 cents. So whether you're dialing your next door neighbor or dialing your aunt on the other side of South Africa, we're going to be charging you 39 cents. I think it's also important to mention at this point in time that with the existing incumbent, they have a minimum charge of 65 cents. So if you're only on the line for 15 seconds, although the effective rate is 39 cents, you would actually be paying 65 cents. And if you have a lot of small duration calls, this can add up. So although theoretically we're not cheaper on local, we can certainly make a difference if your method of phoning is short and sweet, quick calls locally. If you compare this with the rates that Vox is currently offering, for a local or national call, we're charging 39 cents. Once again, a substantial saving can be made on national calls, and understand that by a national call I mean any call outside of your dialing code area. So if you're in 011 code area and you're dialing an 012, that would be considered a national call. When it comes to cellular rates, we're charging R1.49 per minute, and internationally, using the example I quoted above to the UK, we'd be charging 36 cents per minute. If you're looking for all the international rates, please look on the website. We do keep it updated with the latest prices. Perhaps the most important price comparison to bear note of, though, is the fact that Vox-to-Vox calls are free. Once again, if you start thinking laterally, small businesses that have lots of little branches scattered throughout the country, this product could be ideal for them. And any interbranch calls that they're making are going to cost them absolutely nothing. Similarly, understanding that this is a network marketing business and we want this product to go viral. If you've got brothers, cousins, aunts or friends in different city centers around the country, why not tell them about the Vox ADSL phone, and then you too can speak to them for free. So hopefully you can see that we believe this is a very good offering for the customer to have in their possession. So which customers qualify to use the Vox ADSL phone? Well, by definition, first and foremost, you must have an ADSL line. So we need customers who have one of those to begin with. Over and above that, we need customers who have a usage spend of over 200 Rand. And the reason why I say that is that if you consider the savings we're making on outbound calls, the fact that you can get Vox-to-Vox calls free, and you're going to be making those rebates on inbound calls, as discussed at the beginning of this video, we typically say that we should be able to save you about 30%. Having said that, that is an average. You may have a bill or a usage spend of over 1,000 Rand per month, and if it's all local, we're not really going to save you anything. Conversely, you may have a customer who's only got a spend of 100 Rand per month, but that might all be international, and we could be saving them 60% on that. The bottom line being here is it must be good for the customer, and if it is, then it's a viable option. And hence we use the example of a 200 Rand spend. If we are saving you 30%, we should be saving you 60 Rand per month. Considering that the phone is costing you 49 Rand, you are already in a positive. Anything over and above that just makes this more of a no-brainer. So to highlight some of the main points of using the Vox ADSL phone is first and foremost, cheaper outbound calls to most destinations. Secondly, Vox-to-Vox calls are free. And thirdly, which is completely unique in the South African environment, you will be getting